بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. In a hadith recorded by Imam al-Tirmidhi, it is reported that Sayyidah Aisha radiallahu anha reported that Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, ما عمل آدمي من عمل يوم النحر أحب إلى الله من إهراق الدم. There is no action that a human being can do on the days of Nahar, Ayyamun Nahar, or the days of slaughter, more beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than literally means spilling blood. It's a reference to the udhiyah or sacrificing an animal. Then Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam states, إِنَّهَا لَتَأْتِي يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ بِقُرُونِهَا وَأَشْعَارِهَا وَأَغْلَافِهَا. This animal that you will sacrifice will appear on Yawm al-Qiyamah with its horns, with its fur, and its hooves, and it'll be placed on your scales of deeds. So the weight of that animal is going to be heavy on the scales. وَأَنَّ الدَّمَ لَيَقَعُ مِنَ اللَّهِ بِمَكَانٍ قَبْلَ أَنْ يَقَعَ مِنَ الْأَرْضِ فَطِيبُ بِهَا نَفْسًا. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, before the blood actually reaches the ground, when you slaughter the animal, before the first drop of blood reaches the ground, it has been accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, فَطِيبُ بِهَا نَفْسًا. Take advantage of this great ibadah that you are allowed to do. And here, if you notice in the hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, this ibadah is beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on Yawmun Nahar, which means the day of sacrifice, the day of slaughter. Now, what is Yawmun Nahar? Yawmun Nahar are the days in which a person can sacrifice an animal for the sake of Allah as an ibadah. This cannot be done every single day. And scholars state that it is the 10th of Dhul Hijjah, which is Eid, and the 2 days that follow. So 10th, 11th, and 12th of Dhul Hijjah are the days of Nahar. According to Imam Shafi'i, there's also another day, also the 13th, but the majority of ulama, they say 10th, 11th, and 12th, including Imam Abu Hanifa. So these are the days of Nahar. These are the days in which we can slaughter for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you will have this huge fadila, this virtue, that the entire weight of that animal is going to be on your scales on Yawm al-Qiyamah. So it's actually good to slaughter a very healthy, strong, and fat, heavy animal for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now there's a question. If someone forgot to slaughter, or did not slaughter, or didn't have someone slaughtering on their behalf, meaning a wakil, they didn't have anything, there's no slaughter that took place, what do they do in that situation? Is it just forgiven? Is there a kafara? Do they have to do qada? So the hukam here is that they will have to do a qada. Qada means you have to make up for it. You have to do something to correct the fact that you didn't do the slaughter on Yawm al-Nahr, meaning the 10th, 11th, and 12th of Dhul Hijjah. Now in this situation, if a person has already purchased an animal, yet for some reason they didn't do the Nahar. For instance, they already have the animal right now, they've purchased the animal. But on the 10th they didn't slaughter, or 11th or 12th, nor did they have someone slaughtering on their behalf. Then what do they do? If this person has purchased an animal, they should not slaughter the animal anymore because the days of Nahar are finished. Okay, the days of Nahar is 10th, 11th, and 12th. In those days you have to slaughter. It's wajib, it's compulsory in the Hanafi madhab to do so. If you don't do so, then after those days, now you cannot slaughter anymore. But since you have the animal, you have to give that animal in sadaqah to the poor. So give that animal alive in charity for the poor, and inshallah it will be an expiation. If a person did not purchase an animal, likewise, if they have previous years in which they were supposed to do the slaughter and they didn't. Now, who is supposed to do the slaughter? That is another topic. If you guys want to see that, please comment below and let me know. I'll make a video regarding that. Basically, let's say, for instance, a person who gives zakat will have to slaughter. There's more details to it. So if you were paying zakat in previous years and you didn't do the udhiyah, the qurbani, that's actually compulsory on you. And it's not just forgiven, you have to do something about it. And what do? You have to calculate the value of the animal, the price of the animal, and give it in charity to the poor. And this way, this will be a qada or a makeup expiation for those previous years. So in summary, if a person has an animal and they didn't slaughter on 10th, 11th, or 12th, or they didn't have someone slaughtering on their behalf, they have to give that animal alive in charity to the poor. If they didn't have an animal, then they have to calculate the price of an animal, or a share, if it's a large animal, 1/7, and then give that price to the poor. If they had multiple years in which they were supposed to do the udhiyah, the qurbani, and they haven't, they have to calculate the prices of animals in those years and give all of that amount in charity as well. So I hope this was clear. I hope everyone understands. And if this was of any benefit to you, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Jazakumullahu khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.